Yuma. Thank you very much for coming to
Thank you.
Korea.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Can you briefly introduce yourself
Okay.
and maybe how you got to know Xenea and
Okay.
how you started it?
Okay. So my name is Yuma Tanimoto. I'm the co-founder and Chief Strategy Officer, aka Chief Diplomat of Xenea. And I started calling myself a Chief Diplomat after exploring Africa, the Middle East, the global South for the past like 2 or 3 years, and dealing with like lots of like a officials, like military generals, and talking about the possibility of the Web3 or deepin ecosystem in those kind of regions. And that's how I started calling myself chief diplomat of Xenia. And my project Xenia is a layer one EVM compatible blockchain that combines decentralized data storage. So that's pretty much like a one line for the Xenia.
Um, so what inspired you to create this project, Xenea, and maybe briefly share the project original vision?
Okay, so we saw the potential of tokenization first, like NFTs and everything. After the crypto booming, we saw the potential of the tokenization, the real world assets. And when it comes to the tokenization, we saw one problem or one issue in their like conventional blockchain or decentralized storage, which is like even people think NFTs are like secure. The actual data of the NFT is not stored on chain all the time, right? But they store those like real actual information or data on external servers, external data storage um, that gets just wary, and sometimes it just collapses. Yes, because it's centralized. So we saw the potential of tokenization, then the growing demand of like decentralized storage that would meet the demand of the tokenization. Yes, that's how we started like Xenea project. And our vision is ideas transcend the millennia. Yeah, Xenia is ideas transcend the millennium. Xenia is the word Xenia came from the Greek god that's the that sends gifts to not the god. It's a tradition, like a Greek tradition that's like giving gifts to strangers, like
Mythology.
yeah, stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. Um, why do you think DePINA is becoming important now? And how do you see the connection between, as you said, the traditional or past blockchain and the physical infrastructure?
Okay, yeah, DePIN is more and more important because there might be more than one reasons, I guess. But one is that like the land is like the land is not like eternal, or the land is like I don't know, sort of exclusive to individuals or even like businesses. We have the land, but let's say like South Korea is not like the biggest country in terms of the land. That's the size of the land. So when we don't have the bigger lands, then we have to do something else, right?
Right.
And so one of the solution is the DePIN, I guess. Okay, but we need land to build the data center, let's say, and we need a data center to operate to operate AIs, and we need AIs. That means we need a data center. That means we need a land. But when we have like a small space, or we don't have much land here, then we need to decentralize, distribute the data centers and they connect them. That's what we need to do to get enough power, computational power to operate AIs or even like a gaming engines and stuff like that. So DePIN is becoming more and more important for South Korea or Japan, or like a well-developed countries too. But at the same time, it's very important for maybe developing less like developed countries, because like, now they have the chance to have a even like a small data center to rent it out to individuals or businesses in South Korea or Japan or the US. So now DePINA is literally changing the world economy, I guess.
Oh, that's an interesting point of view.
Mm.
So is that why you moved from Japan to Africa?
Yes, that's part of the reason. Yes, yes.
Um, so you mentioned that Xenea aims to store digital assets and data safely for hundreds of years.
Mm.
What makes this possible?
So we have developed this new concept, or I mean, new technology called SGM, which is like a sustainable generation manager. And so SGM does kind of a re relocates data from one node to another every 180 days. Yes, so when it comes to the like longevity of data or longevity of the data storage, we are kind of stuck with the lifespan of the storage media, like a physical lifespan. So we cannot use like a same SSD for the next 1,000 years. We cannot do that, right? So we have to relocate the information data from this old one to another, and we have to do that like manually in a sense for now. So that's why we invented this like system that autonomously relocates all the information, all the data stored on our network to other nodes every 180 days and erases the original data from the original media, so that like we are no more like stuck with the lifespan of storage media.
That makes perfect sense. I was very curious.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense. Um, so, so you have discussed about Xenia's DAX
Hmm.
and POD model.
Hmm.
There are different forms for existing storage and existing system. So can you explain a little bit more
Okay,
about that?
okay. DAX is a decentralized autonomous content storage. It's a storage layer of our blockchain, EVM blockchain, Xenea. And so the SGM is part of DAX. Like SGM is the like a component, very important component of DAX. And DAX is like just a storage layer and the storage node. Uh, and the difference from other like a decentralized storage uh, might be um, the component itself. I mean, the SGM might be the key difference from other projects, and also like economically. So 80% of the like a block incentives, block generation incentives, goes to the storage layer. So yeah, 80% of the block generation incentives reward goes to the these like a DAX owners.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you own the dogs and they're running on our network, and every time that the block is generated, and 80% of the rewards goes to you, not to the not to the voters, or not to the anyone else.
It's really incentivized
Yeah.
for storage.
Yes, exactly.
That's a lot. What's POD model?
POD is a proof of democracy. We call, yes. So we invented the brand new consensus mechanism, unlike a proof of work or proof of stake, and we call it proof of democracy. And why? The reason we call it a proof of democracy is that every wallet in the network counts as a voter, as a voting node.
Yeah.
So
It's a democracy.
yes, within the proof of democracy consensus mechanism, there is a escrow node. Yes, and this escrow node picks up like seven wallets in the network out of the whole wallets, and they work as voters to the true or false transaction. So yeah, that's what the proof of democracy is.
Yeah. That's interesting. It seems very interesting models.
Mhm.
So, which industries or use cases do you think are best suited for Xenia technology right now?
Okay, so right now, yeah, or like
in the near future.
in very near future, probably by the end of the year. So we are building decentralized storage, but not like just a decentralized static data storage. We build decentralized dynamic data storage. So that's that. I mean, I think that's another key difference from other decentralized storage projects, I think. So we want to support dynamic data, not just the static data. And when it comes to like AI or generative AIs or gaming industries, they need the dynamic data support, not just static data. So I think our project is more suited for the like generative AIs or gaming industries. Yeah.
More for generative AI. So, like DePIN, I think it's going to be becoming more frequent or more, I'd say, because part of daily life.
Yes.
How do you think it could change society as a whole? Is this too big of a question?
This is a really huge question, but I think I can answer that question very simply. So from data colonization to data cooperative, that's what depends making. So now all our data, your personal like data, including the medical information, stuff like that, it's not controlled by yourself. It's not owned by yourself. It's centralized, controlled by the centralized, big companies or the governments or everything. And but now you can just own the small piece of data center like a nano DC from Zeta Cube. It's just a shipping container sized plug and play data center, and so it it just changes the way we store information, where we manage the information, and that changes like everything. Because let's say I'm based in Africa most of the time, and let's take this one country, Gambia, for example. The Gambia has a very big problem, which is they don't have a single data center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the important information regarding the government or banking sectors, everything, all those informations are stored at the data center in Senegal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So outside the country. Yeah. But they cannot build like the fancy data center to get their information back. I mean, to get the ownership of their data back to the yeah, exactly. But if we can just ship one nano DC to the Gambia, problem solved. Yeah, it definitely changes society. It definitely changes the country. It definitely changes the whole like a paradigm of how data is stored, how sovereignty of data information is dealt. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thanks for the example. It makes total sense. So you mentioned that Xenea is not a competitor, but an infrastructure that supports the ecosystem as a whole.
Yes.
Could you explain what you mean by that?
We're not competitor by that mean because like we offer the storage layer, and we're not trying to compete with other projects, rather like Web3 projects, like blockchain projects, and we are EVM compatible. So most projects can work with EVM, and we offer APIs. So every project, like even the layer one project, they can use us just as a storage, just like the AWS. So instead of using AWS, they can use our the storage service. So that's why we call ourselves not rival or not competitor, but the very friendly, um, yeah, environment, yeah, ecosystem supporter.
So there's quite a few RWA projects and Web3 projects coming in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you can support them technically and maybe socially?
Yeah, so we're gonna work with ZetaCube,
Yeah.
and that definitely will help those like RWA projects or other Web3 projects in Korea to have like access to our storage service way more easily, and we are always welcoming dApps and other RWA projects, DeFi, any sort of like dApps, we welcome them. So, and sometimes we offer grants or we support. Yeah, we sometimes offer grants. We sometimes do the hackathon. Yeah, we did the hackathon in Vietnam last year. No, 2 years ago, and we got like over 100 projects, and we if I'm correct, we gave grants to at least 5 projects, and now they're just preparing for the final onboarding phase. Yeah, so yeah, we do those things to welcome the projects too.
What's your near middle term goal for Xenea project?
So we are about to launch our mainnet, do the TGE. We've already launched our wallets as a voting node, and we've got like a 2.8 million users globally, and the majority comes from Africa, or I would say like a global South, and it's gonna be a huge I mean the work and opportunity for, of course, for us, and for those who participate as a voting node, aka the wallet user, because we're going through the listing and everything this year. So yeah, that's gonna be the
Interesting.
yeah
Any
upcoming goal.
dates? Not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet. We were supposed to have it done already actually, but our no 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 our X account was hacked, and very very simple trick, but yeah, and we yeah it's so bad, but because we sell the security, and we do the infrastructure, yet we lost our account, but we got it back. And now the discussion started again with the exchanges, because they have the requirements for the number of followers on socials, and we have enough followers. We lost some followers after the hack, but we got them back. Now we have about 550K followers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a wrap.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We'll see if we're gonna leave the last part.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But
Sure.
we'll let you know before that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that, by the way.